Hello. I hope everyone's doing okay. My hair looked cute. Then we have this, so we're just gonna leave it. Oh, hi! Hi, Hector. How are you? ¿Qué tomas? Tomo agua. And my hair's don't flick. My hair is a mess, but we're not gonna address that. As the kids say. So I finally fixed my studio. I realize that on here it looks literally the same because it's still a little messy, but I promise you it is not. Have you been, Hector? What are you doing? Are you at work still? No. Oh, my dog, of course. Give me a second. I am eating. All the dogs are going crazy. I don't know what's happening outside. We are going to keep working on this. I am determined to finish this once and for all. Give me just a second though, because I need to figure out. My phone is dying. And Alex is washing the dishes, so you can see, you can hear a little bit of the water from the outside. Close the door, because you could literally hear. You have a normal job. What do you do now? Are you still doing the same thing? Let me move to working. That's silly. Oh, it's your first round. Wait, I thought I don't know, every time I ask you, you are doing the same thing, but I always forget, and I'm so sorry about that. I am truly sorry. Oh my god, I think I was hungry. These are tasting fantastic. I mean, they're good, but... How's that going? Do you like it better? Where are you all living now? Oh my god, okay. I was hungry and thirsty. Okay, cool. Let me get some of this fun stuff. Tom, how are you? I didn't even tell you I was gonna come live. Thank you so much for the biddies. On the east side, unfortunately. I know you grew up on the west side, so I know that must be hard. Tom, how have you been? How are your fingers doing? Do you like the east side, or is it too crowded? I live downtown, so I can't see shit. Today there was a game, and there's all sorts of crazy. How are the fingies? Are they free? Where are you going back to work today? No. Don't tell me you work today. I'm just far from everyone. Yeah, I don't know many people that live on the east side. No, maybe Thursday. Go back on Monday. Who gives a shot? So for those of you who are here who don't know, Tom is my mod, but also Tom got in a back accident and like severed his fingers. Not right off, but it was pretty bad. Just go back on Monday. You have covered for them for so many years. This is like the least. You're never late. You never miss anything. You're always covering from people. Around now or when? Or ever? What do you mean? Like, I had a cousin who lived on the east side. I'm sorry, that was like so close to my God. Who lived on the east side. I never went to visit him. I was like, no, you're too far. You became too violent. Yes, ma'am, this is true. Anytime soon. Like, type on the computer, type on the phone, like, type, like, use your hand at all. Like, he deserves a break. Right, he deserves to get his hand healed. Do you have to type at work, Tom? I'm not really familiar with your line of work. I'm so sorry. I mean, I know where you work. I just don't know what you do. That's why I always preach to anyone who will listen to work-life balance. Yes, for sure. Oh, hello, Michelle. How are you? Yeah. You can bend the fingers because of the break. Oh my God. Your favorite earrings? Michelle saw this when I first finished them out. When I first finished, I don't know why I moved that there. I don't know. I guess it was bothering me. When I first finished baking these pieces, this was like almost a month ago. I should make ceremony earrings. You know, I've been really like pondering because I really want some like to make some just like earrings that are fun for me and they're like fathomy and like who gives a shit. I also made this necklace which I'm kind of proud of. I don't know, I kind of liked it. It's just like a silly U, but I think it looks cute. Anyway, kind of like almost dainty. Oh, hi Tim, how are you? Welcome. Oh, you're the one handing. Sir, you need to be resting for at least a month. Yeah, I thought it was super cute. Like just like a little something. I don't know. I'm trying to like get away from earrings. Clearly not has yet happened. Yes, hello Tim. Thank you so much for the videos, Tom. Thank you. Oh, would you look at that? The cup looks really full today. I thought there was gonna be no one. I would buy Sailor Moon earrings from my wife. From you. My wife loves Sailor Moon. I know, dude, there's so much things that I really want to do. I really want to do, like, I started sketching ideas for, like, Sanrio characters, and I kind of, like, never finished that thought, and that was, like, literally a year ago. But I just felt like there wasn't going to be a lot of, like, cohesiveness with my brand. But I have it here. Give me a second. I can show you. Well, this is some of my, like, newer designs. But somewhere in here. So here. I do have them. So, like, my Sanrio design was to put, kind of like a pool type of, trinket dish, with my melody. And then I had an idea of, like, a clip with, like, my melody and Kuromi. Thank you for the lyric, Michelle, by the way. I'm good, and so was Bible study. Good. When was Bible study done? So it could be like a sticker design, but also a pin or a hairpin. So I really like this idea of, like, you know, like making it a pin here. And then I started with Kuromi and make it a dangle, or making, I don't know, I was starting to do this. And then I kind of stopped and like did something else one of the days. And so like, but I really, really like, this is one of the things that I've been really wanting to finish, but kind of like never did, because I just feel like it doesn't go with my brand much. But that's just one of those things that I really want to do. We'll see. You could make an offshoot brand, like how Acura and Toyota and Mazda. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, Angry Hello Kitty. Yeah, like we had so many ideas for it, and I just didn't feel like my brand was gonna be able to pull it off. I don't know. There's a lot of people that love Sanrio, including me. And it would have been something that I would have really liked. And again, it's not like ripping off and just like cookie cutting it. Oh, thank you so much for the treat for May. Thank you. Isn't it great? Thank you so much for the water for May as well. Oh, I love it. Look at that. I love it. Pando's happy. If Pando's happy, I'm happy. Okay. So, let me just finish these ones. So I had totally... Anyway, I don't know why I didn't finish it. I just kind of did it. And kind of regrets it a little bit. Because I feel like... it could have been something. I don't know. This could be cute. Hold on. Let me try to see if this will fit here. Gosh, I don't think it will. I know, it's so cutie. Hi, I'm back. Hello. Oh, I said it was really good. I really enjoy that analogy of like Toyota and Acura. Acura or Acura. Fuck, I don't know how to say it. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. But I just don't want... I'm so close to the mics, I'm sorry. I don't want to, like, really... I don't know. I'm just afraid that it won't reflect accordingly. And I just don't have the time to, like, make a sub-brand of anything, really. So I really want this one to be here. Be there. Like, I want this to be like that. Is that ugly? I don't know, because we're about to find out. It is a little ugly. The Paulina, I know it's a fearless. I've become so much more fearful of just anything, really, in general. I don't know why that is. I guess it's just being older and knowing that shit can happen. I don't love it. I don't hate it. It could have worked. It could have worked. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna finish those, I don't think. Unless I make them with this one or with this one. What do you think? Just become much more aware of the dangers of life, I guess. And I don't really... I'm very cautious now. And also... I had a different crowd when I was in Pop Shop Live. I don't know if you guys ever heard of me saying that, but I had a very different crowd that really like kawaii things and like really would like support those types of decisions for my brand. But I stopped doing it because of the platform, and it kind of changed and shifted, and I just didn't feel like people that I know in person. Paul's precious treasure and such. I mean, you backpacked through Europe. I remember following your Instant stories, dude. That was so wild that I didn't make like a YouTube video about it. I'm still mad. I was telling my boyfriend, I was like, I can't believe I didn't like blog about it and like really kind of like put my ideas down and like made something more than that. But I was in my like philosophy like era, like my blue era. It wasn't the time. Oh, I kind of like these. Oh, these are nice. Okay. I prefer that than this. That was looking a little silly. Yes, I still travel quite a lot. I still love it. I absolutely love traveling. I think it's one of the things that keep me like alive. I would like to say. I'm trying to concentrate here. But I absolutely would love to kind of continue that train of thought and just kind of like make and like fuck it. Like the reason I stopped was because my sales were really low and I needed to focus on like the brand identity and just kind of keep everything concise and like flowing. But now that I'm not doing this full time, I find myself in the position of like, I don't kind of even want to do anything besides that, because then that requires a lot more involvement schedule wise. It's really sad. Whoa, you did that? That is wild. Oh my god, I can't believe you don't know that. Yes. I feel like we're strangers if you don't know that part of who I am. Yeah, I backpacked through Europe for 4 months by myself. The last like 2 weeks and a half, my sister went with me. Pando, I just fed you. You know what? I'm Pando. I'm hungry. Yeah, I also worked from a farm. Well, it wasn't a farm. It was I was in the middle of nowhere. So it's the countryside in Norway. But I traveled and I stayed 3 weeks in Norway in the countryside, but it was a very big property and we used to do all sorts of things. I used to rake, like parts of like land because they need it. So like in Norway, it's like, especially on the countryside, obviously like super big like snowstorms, like heavy snow for the majority of the winter and part of the fall. And so a lot of like trees and like just like really like mulch and like everything in between kind of like gets stuck, and it's like, and the soil is, I went during the summer, but this summer there was kind of cold. It was around like 50 degrees. Some days could go like up to like 39, 35. Yeah, I wasn't order country correct. I only knew a few things. Squirrel, I know. Yes, I know. We've been friends for a very long time. And so the soil around this time of year, since there's no really snow, it's really, really rich in vitamins, and it's ready to grow things because it's also like very fertile, and like just the weather conditions really allow it to build things. But that requires you to like, specifically like my boss, she was the owner of some land next to a hotel, so it's like hotel and then some land next to it, and those were properties that were like staycations for Norwegians when people would go into Norway, and just mainly tourists really, to look at the Northern Lights and all that stuff. Like they kind of migrate onto like this like smaller areas and like rural areas that like obviously no tourists will venture. so that they can stay. And so like they try to sell these properties as like staycations for Norwegians to go and invest and kind of like have this whole like atmosphere, because the hotel is not only a hotel, it's also a resort, and it has a pool, it just has a bunch of things, it has horses, and it has like skiing like lines, it has everything. So they needed us to like help with the raking, and so like part of the agreement when you went to this place was that they don't pay you, but they don't charge you either. So like I lived in the hotel and I got my meals for free. I got to ride the car for free, and I got unlimited drinks. And that would basically cover like all the work that you did. Some days were like harder than others, like the raking, that like all that type of stuff was like really difficult. But then some others was just kind of like staying and like helping the buffet and the banquets and all that stuff. Yes, follow us on our socials as well. I am on Instagram, on obviously Twitch, on Twitter, on... I'm blanking. Where am I else? Anywhere. Online. I have a website. Everything. Everything in between. Discord. Everything. Facebook. Yes, thank you, Tim. Yes, yeah. And so some of the days, so like at the end of my stay, I was the only one who knew how to drive standard cars. So I was the one tasked with going, because this was literally, and I'm talking the countryside of Norway. So it's like on a hill, there's only like farms next to you, very big land, on a mountaintop really, lakes. That's it. Like the closest thing, it was like 30 minutes away from us. There was this like super like rednecky like local like 7-Eleven like gas station type of thing, but they didn't know English really. I mean they do, because everyone knows over there is like very educated, but it's not like their first language type of thing. And it's not normal for them to be like, oh hi, how are you? They'll say like, oh, the total, and that's it. But it was 30 minutes in car, like by car. Facebook and Twitter, yeah, there you go. The website also, you can sign up for a newsletter, so you can stay up to date with all the information. And I'm gonna post these earrings up there. Yeah, so like I was tasked with taking the kids, because the owner had kids, and they were, I mean this was summer, so they didn't have school, so I was tasked with taking them to I'm sorry, I'm blanking, to their like horse practices. I don't know, I can't, I'm blanking on the word, but the horse practices. So that was my duty, like my job. I was supposed to take the kid. Well, no, I used to take the kids. I wasn't supposed to. I took them. I took the kids to the Olympics. Like if y'all ever saw I, Tonya, the movie about the Winter Olympics, where the husband like paralyzes the other chick and she wins and they would disqualify her. Anyway, that movie was set in Norway and in Lillehammer, so I was an hour away from the city, and they still continue to have those like Olympic, like Winter Olympic facilities. They're very well taken care of. So they have these facilities with like horses and all that shit. So they had haven't heard of the use of term besides in a movie. Au pair. Yeah, kind of like an au pair. Yeah, sure. Um, and so I would go take the kids, and so like one of them was younger than the other two. She had 3, and so one of them was younger than the other 2. So I would stay with the little one while the other 2 that were in like the similar like age group would go and would watch like Ninja Turtles. And then the other 2 would, you know, like get out and then would just play random show, kind of talk and stuff. Like, they would ask me so many questions, and they were just interested in like, you know, like my life. They're so different from theirs, and yeah, just I would also be interested in theirs. You know, like, oh, what are you doing? Like, what you're studying? And they knew Spanish and Italian and English and Norwegian. It was super crazy. But I didn't speak to them in Spanish because their Spanish was very rough. And they always wanted to do like that. Like, they're like, oh, teach me the bad words. And I'm like, absolutely freaking not. Not from my mouth. Not that I like, you know, but they were my kids. I wasn't about to. I love Ninja Turtles. Yeah, the little kid. I love Ninja Turtles too. And I actually kind of grew really fond of it. And then would go and have McDonald's. And like one of the days, the mom was like, hey, you know what? I have like super like long day meetings, X, Y, and Z, blah, 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 blah. And she was like, can you take him for longer? Because I kind of just don't want him around. They're on the too much side. And I was like, yeah, for sure. I can take him for longer. If you want, I can take him to the movies. Like, that'll give you like 3 more hours than we usually like take. And she's like, yeah, that's perfect. And I think she's so busy. I mean, she was a mess. Like, she was always like, she was not an organized person. And I think she forgot. And so we turned off our cell phones. Well, I didn't have reception, such as the kids. So I was like, turn off your cell phones, leave them in the purse, and we'll watch the movie. We want to be, you know, respectful of the other people coming into the theater. And I remember watching the Ghostbusters movie with them. And then we headed home. And when we were leaving the theater, they turned on their phones, and the mom was like a wreck. She was a wreck. She was like, where are you? I've been calling you, X, Y, and Z. I've been sick, worried. I was about to like go and like fetch you like through the city. I've been calling X, Y, and Z to see if they've seen you, and they said that you went to school, but like nobody like knows like where you are. And I was just like, she knew I was gonna take them. Yes, dude. By the way, it's so expensive over there. The like dollar menu over there, it's like $5. That's like the budget one. The €5. So at that time it was like, I don't know, $7. That was like the cheap menu. It was like the one with like one like chicken strip and like some lettuce and like mayo. That was $7. Yes, the bad guy uses the term miracles in The Wonderful Life. And I don't know if this is interesting, by the way, but I'm just talking about it. And so she was like sick, worried, just like what did you take him? And I was like, I told you I was gonna take him to the movies because you said you needed time, so I wanted to give you enough time. And she's like, oh my god, yes, like I'm sorry, I totally forgot. Like I've just been like really worried because they weren't answering their phones. And I was like, well, because we're at the movies, like I didn't want to be rude. And she's like, no, you're right, I am so sorry. And I was like, you even gave me extra money today to like take him for an extra. I just don't understand why you're so worried. She's like, I just thought it was like a very long time, so obviously I got worried. I thought maybe you, I don't know, because the hill to go up where we were living was really steep. So she's like, maybe you wrecked the car, and like, you know, you fell through the cliff or what, fucking whatever. And I was just like, no, I just took him to the movies. Don't worry, we'll be there. I'll drive at a normal pace. I'm not gonna, you know, but it's gonna take you. And then like in some areas of the mountain, there was like no reception. So it's like, it's gonna take us like 45 minutes, an hour. So just in an hour. And she was outside already waiting. Like, she was just, I'm like, I have your children. Like, don't, you know, or like, just, I mean, it was, granted, it was, when we got there, it was a little dark. And, you know, gets a little bit scary. And just like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. Something's canceled. And now I've been like worried for like the past 2 hours. She sounds like my ex-girlfriend. Yeah. She was a little, she just had a lot in her plate, and her husband was not there to like help her with most of this stuff. Like, I'm not gonna talk about people and their relations, right? Like, who gives a shit? Like, it's their marriage. But he would travel. He was a professional Olympian. I'm not even kidding. Like, that's what he did. Like, this was the most, like, their description was like the most like white, rich, crazy, like, money. It's like, he was an Olympian. Like, he would go to the Olympics and like make bank on all this like contracts, because he would be he did the, I don't remember what it's called, okay, don't come at me, but it was like, he was in a sail with like some of his other teammates, and they would just kind of like row the boat. I'm not really sure. Listen, I don't know, but that's what he did. Yeah, we're fancy here. People in Norway are really, really, really rich, and so yeah, I did. I mean, they were doing good. They had the hotel and like villas and stuff to sell as like kind of like a side hustle type of thing. Like, that's not what they did. And so they're fixing the entire hotel, like, by themselves. She was a hardworking woman, I'll tell you that much. Like, she put in the work. Like, she was not this type of white lady that was like, well, you need to do this for me, or, you know, like, absolutely not. Like, she was a very hardworking woman, and she set the example. And it was hard for a lot of people because she would be like breaking cement pieces so that she could like then like put soil and like, and I mean, obviously it has to be like really fast because the summer there is not very long. And, you know, the days that's sunny and good weather, you need to like really take advantage of them. So we'd start working like at 7 a.m. Yeah, it was a whole adventure. I remember like one of like super famous like Instagram guy. He had like 1 million followers, and he's still famous. Like, he was a Norwegian guy with like long hair and like playing on the like whole Viking thing. Went to a wedding there, and the ladies there were like, oh, did you see that? Oh my god, he's here. I can't, oh my god. Like, they were, I mean, he was right. I found other people more attractive, but I mean, he was impressive. Yeah, he was freaking tall, and it's just not my type of man, I guess. Okay. Ta-da. Okay. Second pair. Great, we're doing good. But yeah, I lived in Norway, and then I fixed the oh my god, what is it called? They had a sauna, and I fixed the entire sauna. Like, I painted it. Like, they did a good job, like, remodeling the entire thing. I mean, I am honestly kind of like intrigued to stay at this hotel. I mean, it did have a feel of like an older hotel. It wasn't like one of those like super fancy. Like, this was your mom and pop hotel. What the fuck am I saying? and it had like a rustic feel. But I feel like if I go back, it'll bring like really warm memories to me, you know. And it had like a super nice overview of the lake on the like room, the food room area. Oh my god, I can't speak. The where people would like go and have dinner and shits, whatever, dining hall. Sure. No, it was absolutely beautiful. Yeah, it was absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I had a great time there. Oh my god, I do need agüita. Oh my god, chill with the agüita and hydrate. Like, why did you, actually I do need agua. Fuck. Hold on, let me go get agüita. Let me go get agüita. Let me just... They had an amazing view of the lake. They had... I mean, the water was freezing, but there was, like, really nothing to do. I feel like it's a place for, like, pondering and realization. And, like, maybe if you work remotely, you can work remotely there. But not a lot to do. And not, like, extremely beautiful either. Like, it's not... It's, I mean, the way there is absolutely beautiful, but it's still the countryside. It's still just like, you know. And if you're not used to, like, so that in Norway, at least, like, on the countryside, they do have a rule where, like, they will take all of their cattle and, like, all of their, like, farm animals in the winter, because obviously, like, into their barns, but when it's summer, they're allowed to eat and feed and like be free, like just free range, so they can go miles and miles. So like in this particular area, what was popular was oh my god, I can't think of the word. Hold on, I'm gonna have to Google this because it's gonna bother me and I can't think. Oh, sheep. There you go. Oh my god. I can think of the word sheep. No, yeah, it did come up. I just haven't stretched. But so sheep were allowed to roam free the entire area. So if you're not used to it, you're gonna get used to it. Because the sheep would be like just around the hotel, just like feeding on the grass, pooping everywhere, and every 3 seconds they go meh. Like, but there's just like many of them, right? And you can just like shoo them or like tell them to go. Like, they're just being animals, and they travel in packs of 3, like mom and like 2 babies. Really intense guy, really? In what sense, Tim? I wonder why you don't see it on yours. That's so weird. I mean, I had an amazing experience over there. You know, it was a little lonely at times. Like, my mom was like, what, like, there's nothing to do over there. And yeah, sometimes there was nothing to do over there. But yeah, I had a great experience. I had a great time. And I think most of my peers, I mean, I met so many good friends that I still stay in contact with. I have a friend who's from Holland. I have a friend who's from Hong Kong. She sends me like cards once in a while, and like usually during like Christmas. I actually need to send her some cards because she just got a new apartment. What else? Hold on. Just trying to figure out. It was showing up before weird. Maybe I'll restart this stream. Okay. If that's if that's what seems that's causing the bug, go ahead and restart. Sorry, I'm looking for small black gem rings, but it seems like I am all out of them. I'll have to use the thinner ones. Oh no, not that small. Oh, okay, good. Awesome. Yeah, no problem. You don't have to say sorry for that. Okay. Let me put this together. See if it's gonna look good. I don't know. I envisioned this and then like right now I'm kind of having second thoughts, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, those were my crazy times around around Europe. It was really fun. I had a lot of fun. I met a lot of like really fun and like-minded people. A lot of people who didn't like judge just by what people were wearing, or like honestly, that was a time of my life where I was like the most free to kind of like just be around people and not worry about like status or like none of that silly stuff. He liked making stuff that went boom for fun, and he made other things too, so very scientific, and he played guitar. The like to go boom. That sounds like a lot of white people I know actually. For some reason. That is so. How did you meet him? Like, what? Why are Norwegian families here? Like, everyone that I met over there was just like very civil and like almost stoic, but super polite, extremely polite. Except one time they told me to change because my shorts were too short, and they ran a hotel, and that was not a good view. And I was like, it was my day off, bro. You started to, like, put me to work. Like, this was my day off. Anyway, I was in my pajamas, bro. I just came down for a fucking hot cocoa. And what was weird is what was weird is that it wasn't the lady who told me, like, hey, you should probably change, you know, like, for, like, the guests and, like, into like something. It was, she sent her husband to tell me, which was even more bizarre. I'm like, are you trying to make me uncomfortable? Because I mean, succeeding, really. Church, how funny. Very summery, these earrings. Thank you so much. I am trying to get into like my, if you've been with me for a while, or if you've known me for a little bit, you know I hate summer. This is such a long earring. I don't know if I love it, but he was a good guy but loved crazy things. That deserves to be in like a dating app. Like, I'm a good guy but I love to make crazy things. No, I do like this smaller one. I wish I had a mirror near me. Well, let me switch to the... Oh, no, that looks fun. No, that looks fun. I mean, I feel like it works great for like a Tinder or Bumble, these type of apps. Was he really tall and blonde and blue eyes? I feel like that's everyone, but like extremely like tall and skinny, like the people that at least in Norwegians I met. I was like, sir, eat a burger. And also, why are you sky high? Like, this is ridiculous. Oh no, why are they hating? I mean, the craziest people I've met we're Germans, dude. Like, Germans are on a different wavelength. Like, at least the people that I know. And I mean, again, this is like the travel community, right? I'm not saying every German's like this. But they were into some crazy shit. And they were the people that I saw naked the most. For no particular reason. Like, they just happened to be, like, I don't know if this particular people that I met happened to be German, but like, or maybe just Germans are just very neutral about nudity, you know, they're not like, it's just like people, especially like in hostels, because I stayed in hostels, they would just walk out the communal showers into the room with their towel, and they would just be talking to you and take it off, and I'll be like, warn me. Or don't warn me, but don't be making eye contact with me, and just kind of like turn around and do your thing, you know, like make it more normal. No, they had to like always make it just a little crazy. It was a little crazy. But other than that, I had a great time. They were just a little intense, and always for some reason happy and naked. There was, oh my god, just all sorts of crazy stories with Germans, I swear. I feel like they're so quiet. I don't know, people were like, just Germans are so quiet, like blah blah blah, and then like Italians they're just loud, man. But like the craziest people I saw were like not that brown. Although I was walking and some guy was like, Romana? And I was like, no. And he's like, I was like, no, I'm not. No eres Italia, or no eres Italiana, no, you're not Italian. And I was like, nah. And then, I mean, I'm very laid back about that stuff too, but like, it was like, I'm talking to you and they'll be like, let me take off my towel, bend over, grab my things, and I'm like, I can see your anus. Why? Respect me a little bit more. I don't mind if you have a tit out, like, who cares? But it's the point where you bend over and show me your anus that's an issue. Anyway, Germans are a little crazy to me. I mean, on my experience, by the way. My experience alone. I'm not saying all of them are. I'm not saying how their culture is. I'm not saying, you know what I mean? It just, I was like, where are you from again? Germany. Oh, of course. Like, like, what was I thinking? Oh, shit. What was I saying before this? The German, the asshole. Can somebody remind me? I forgot the story. Levels of nudity, adios. Like, I mean, like, that's not nudity. That's just rude. Like, that's just you being rude. Like, ma'am. And then it was just like an old lady, like not an old lady, but like an older lady. And I was like, what is this? Like, this is not even, like, we're not even like that, you know? Like, I don't know. It was weird. It was weird. I will say some aspects were definitely weird. I'm so happy y'all are here, by the way. I didn't think I was gonna meet people at this hour. I thought everyone was gonna be awake. I mean, awake, asleep. I mean, I've had all sorts of things happen to me, especially during travels, but it was all good and fun. It was all good. Oh, yeah. This guy that was like, oh, you're not Italiana. And I was like, no, I'm not Italian. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I clearly don't look Italian. Like, at least to me, I don't look like them. And he's like, what? And I was like, I'm Mexican. He's like, Mexicana? But, and then he went like this, but Mexicans don't look like, and then he went like that, and I was like, he's like, Mexicans just look more, and I was like, brown? Yes, yeah, they look more brown. And I was like, we're just, there's all sorts of Mexicans, probably. Like, I'm not lying. But obviously, I sound gringa as shit. So it's like, oh, it's because you're a little bit American. And I'm like, well, just my... Yes, my parents were both, like, Mexican looking, you know? And I was like, yeah, sure, okay, whatever. Whatever makes you happy here and, like, make you understand the... Yes, like, they're so racist. They're so racist. Again, not all of them. That guy that was, like, in his Vespa, like, hey, Italiana, or Romana, un café. And I was like, I don't want to have a coffee with you, sir. You're, like, in the middle of the street asking me for a coffee. While you, on your way to somewhere. Like, to where? This is how people disappear. Oh, in a play. Oh, yeah. In a play I've seen. Like, that doesn't shock me. I went to a play in Spain, and it was pretty open about nudity and stuff, but it was lovely. I had a great time. And, I mean, Jesus. I think I cried. I don't remember. What do you guys think about this? Or meh. Or just when did you visit Paris, by the way? I went to Paris. We mostly saw the museums. I feel like there needs to be some sort of desensitization with, like, nudity and, like, you know, just bodies in general. Because I feel like people are like, oh my god, oh. But I mean, obviously, if it doesn't grant it and it's just there, you're like, man, cover your tit. Did anyone watch the documentary about the girl from the Vatican that disappeared? Oh my god, no! It's Vatican killed her. I don't know, just kidding. Probably. Probably just kidding. Probably also true. I don't know. But tell us that story, please. S'il vous plaît. I really want to hear about this. Oh my god, I don't know why I'm scratching so hard. But I was just itchy, I guess. I need to get water. It was wild. Type it out while I go get water. How does this look? Let me see. Looks a little weird. I don't like that it's so shiny. Just like, psych. Did she know or did she not know? Because that would, I think if she didn't, well, I don't know. Paris could be a mixture of things. The place where I saw more nudity in Germany, like in Germany, obviously, was like in a park, like where kids are and stuff. Like people are just like sunbathing there, like completely on the nude. And I was like, oh, okay, this is the thing. Oh yeah, that looks way better. Okay, I like that. Okay, no, I'm gonna go get water. Hold on. One second. I'm sorry. Wow, I'm so sorry if you have headphones. I am so sorry. Oh, really? Okay, well, you can't just type, like, do the direct, like, the dialogue to text thing to let us know. Okay, well, if she wasn't a big, like, if she wasn't a big deal, I think that's better. Okay. I'm reading, but I want to go out and get water. Okay, I'm back. Oh. Her family lived and worked in the Vatican. Her name was Emanuela Orlandi. She disappeared on the way home. They never found her. Wow, that's crazy. I'm hydrating, by the way. Oh my god. I don't know why I have a feeling it was the Vatican. I don't know. Might be my bias, but... Oh my god, that's crazy. Pobrecitos. I do not wish any of that anyone's parents. My mom called... Well, I called my mom yesterday. And, you know, we're just kind of like talking. And I was like, oh, how have you been? Blah, blah, blah. Because I didn't see her for Easter. I didn't do anything for Easter. I don't celebrate Easter. I feel like I have to, like, not, like, super religious, really. Oui. And a lot of people this year, I feel like, celebrated Easter more than, like, regular. I just really didn't do anything. I cleaned the studio and I feel happy about it. I feel like for my mental health, I was so happy. Anyway. And I called her and I was like, what did you do yesterday? You know, like sometimes she goes with my aunts or my uncles or... And she's like, no, it was nothing. Like, I should have called you, blah, blah. And so there's this actress who her son passed away due to, like, a heart failure because he was stressed. And he was, like, 28. And she was just kind of like, just be careful because you're always so stressed with work. And yeah, I don't trust the Vatican either. They think she was kidnapped by the mafia, possibly. But they think she was also sent away because someone close to the Pope assaulted her. But they owed. Oh. I mean, yeah. I don't trust that institution. I'm sorry. Oh, you mean you can end world hunger and you just won't? Okay. The mafia, but they... Oh, the mafia, a lot of money. It opened again. Your wound opened again? Or what opened again? Because you can't just say it opened again. and not continue that conversation. Yeah, they are suspicious and secretive. Do not trust. Do not trust. It is open. The case? The case. Oh, okay. I'm like, you're a wound? Like, I don't... I'm confused. Oh, shoot. Well... hoping that the parents find some sort of relief if it wasn't the parents who did the you should go away now type of thing. What a horrible thing, just to find her dead. Oh, I don't know. Nobody survives that long. Okay, that's that. I'm missing this one. Why? Oh, this right here. That's so scary. That's so scary. That's so scary. One of my biggest fears was like getting like traffic and shit. And so like I didn't go to like, East Europe for that reason. I mean, it is a stereotype. That's not like really the case. My friend who's from Hong Kong, she hitchhiked like a crazy lady who wants to get raped, and like one of the guys was like, oh, well, takes out his dick and just like, no, I just want the ride to where I'm going. He's like, oh, okay. I'm like, you could have died, or you could have been assaulted, or Jesus, I don't know. I took risks, but not too many risks. And I always wanted to know like at least 3 points of reference when I was over there. Yeah, but you still have to be careful, yeah. Even here. Yeah. I found out something awful today. Okay. Do you want to share, or do you not want to share? Like, yeah, even here it's you always have to be like super cautious, especially being a woman. The world is constantly in a crazy stage. Uh-huh.